Hi, my name is Aaron Gerds, and I'm the Editor-in-Chief of ASH Clinical News. Welcome to this month's From the Desk of. Well, our mission as hematologists, and certainly ASH's mission, is to better the lives of patients with blood disorders. And we do that through research. We discover the biology behind these diseases, and we look into ways to manipulate that biology to come up with new treatments for our patients. And what drives biomedical research? Well, innovation, creativity, but also money. Research ain't cheap, and we got to pay to keep the lights on. We got to pay for our lab techs. We got to pay for our research coordinators. Got to pay for those pipette tips, and those little test tubes and everything, right? So where do we turn for funding? Well, we often turn to the NIH, the National Institutes of Health, and specifically the NCI and NHLBI within the realm of hematology. And many of us who look to the NIH for our funding have felt the pinch over the last few years. It is getting harder and harder to get these funds. And in the news, in the most recent news cycle, we have seen the emphasis on NIH funding change, emphasis of Congress funding the NIH specifically. And that has had an impact on the pay lines. But the pay lines aren't directly linked to total NIH budget. So for example, from 2014 to 2018, the NIH budget went up every year. Yet the pay lines remained constant around 20%. From 2003 to 2006, the NIH budget was flat, yet the pay rates decreased, down from 30% to 20%. So there's a lot of other influences. There's inflation, there's how much overhang from prior budgets and prior grants hang over. There's the different shifting between intramural and extramural funding. So a lot of factors, in addition to those, affect the ultimate amount of grants that get funded. And so it's really a complicated discussion with lots of influences. But clearly the funding has become more difficult to secure. And so we try to peel back some of the layers in our feature article about NIH pay lines. We also pull back the curtain on Dr. Rundles' impact in hematology. And we have an editor's corner from Dr. Leip about how she's still here. A wonderful read. We also have our news coverage from the blood journals, as well as our literature scan. So all this and more is in the September issue of ASH Clinical News. We're absolutely thrilled to bring it to you. Well, that's all for this month's From the Desk of. Until next time, keep the blood pumping.